Hello everyone. I hope all of you are keeping well. This is the concluding part of the poem The Tiger in the Zoo, and today we are going to discuss the question answers. I hope most of you, as I can see, your assignments getting uploaded online, and I do appreciate it. But there are many who still haven't uploaded their assignments online. Please make sure to submit your assignments on time so that it doesn't become very difficult for you to upload the next one. So once we finish discussing the question answers and of this chapter, you will be asked to submit it next week. So in a way, it is going to be difficult keeping in mind the other subjects also. So please make sure that you follow the deadline. So why don't you go on page number 30? As you remember, we finished the poem The Tiger in the Zoo. And today what we are going to do is that the first thing that I want a beautiful summary of the poem The Tiger in a Zoo. If you remember, I gave you the format 9 to 14 lines. And once you finish the summary, right at the bottom right hand corner of the summary, write the name of the poet or the poetess in capital letters. So this is what you have to do. Now coming back to page number 30, if you can open page number 30 with me, that would be great. Question number 1, thinking about the poem. So this is the first question. So after you finish writing, then you'll go to the question answers. We don't have many questions in this. Read the poem again and working in pairs or groups to do the following tasks. So this is something that you have to do in groups, but because keeping in mind that everyone is at home, what I want you to do is that just do it individually. Find the words that describe the movements and actions of the tiger in the cage and in the wild. So if you remember, I gave you two situations. Take out those words which indicate that the tiger is in a cage, and take out those words which indicate that the tiger is in the forest. Wild means in the forest in the second scenario. So just make two columns. So this will be tiger in a cage, and this will be tiger in the wild, and just give me at least 4 words for each column. Question number first, second part. Find the words that describe the two places and arrange them in 2 columns. So you have to tell me what 2 places is the poet talking about in this question. Again, you can put it in the same column, just one place and the other one. Now, question number 2. Try to share ideas about how the poet uses words and images to contrast the 2 situations. Basically, you just have to do everything in these 2 columns. You need to tell me the words which shows where the tiger is, whether in a cage or in the wild, and try to bring out the ideas which shows where the tiger is right now. Just very simple. Notice question number 2. Notice the use of a word repeated in lines such as these: on pads of velvet, quiet, in his quiet rage, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. What do you think is the effect of this repetition? Remember this in poetry. Whenever you find an instance where a certain word or a phrase or a group of words, if it's repeated again, if it's repeated repeatedly, that means that the idea is to emphasize on that particular word, just to bring out the real meaning of that word. Like in this case, if the poet is repeating the word brilliant, that means that it is trying to take out the key word and trying to emphasize on the importance of the tiger's eyes. Remember, tiger has very beautiful eyes. At the same time, the tiger has a very good eyesight also. So it's a very important character of the tiger as an animal. So that is why the poet has repeated using brilliant in 2 different scenarios. So whenever you find, if there is a word, Take out those words in this poem where you think that the poet has used a word repeatedly for two different meanings or the same meaning but relating to the tiger. Just take out those words. Repetition is a writing tool. Repetition means to enhance or take out the real meaning of that word in different situations. The purpose why a poet repeats a word in poem is to basically glorify that word more and more and glorify the topic that he is writing about, giving more meaning. It's just a way of writing poems to beautify it. Read the following two poems. You don't have to do this question number three. We can do it later in the class. So these are the two questions and the summary. So this is all that we have on page number 30 and 31. These are two different poems that we can sit and discuss in the class. And question number 4 in page number 31. This is a project for class 10th. Take a point of view for or against zoos. Do you support animals being kept in zoos, or do you oppose animals kept in zoos or wildlife sanctuaries, or even consider both point of views, and write a couple of paragraphs or speak about this topic for a couple of minutes in the class. What I want you to do is that I want you to make a video where you are speaking. I think I have done enough of talking. You will be speaking. I want you to make a video and speak on